Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got a collab video for you today. If you've watched my channel in the past, if you're not new, if you are new, welcome. If you're not new, then you probably saw this coming. This is a collab with my very good friend Autumn Dent, and her channel used to be called Autumn Dent and is now called Autumn Louise. So I think that's her middle name. But yes, I've mentioned it before, so if you're wondering if it's the same person, it is. Autumn Dent, Autumn Louise, same person. So I've made so many good friends on YouTube, and actually friends that I'm hoping to meet. Some of them I'm hoping to meet this year. Friends that I genuinely consider real friends, and I don't say that sort of thing lightly. I'm a very friendly person, makes acquaintances with everybody I meet, so for me to say that means something. But Autumn is my only friend that actually is my real friend in real life, in the sense that I knew her before I started my channel, and I know her in real life. So my husband and her partner are really good friends, and she was at my wedding, and she lives, you know, fairly near to me, and we go out together and stuff like that, we socialise. And I didn't actually know for a long time she had a channel, and we discussed it as a barbecue, and I was like, really, you have a channel? And it's not something she's very forthcoming about, because initially she was a bit self-conscious about it, as I can understand that, I am as well. And really knowing that she was doing it, and a normal person I was meeting was doing it, and something I was so massively into, because at that point she mentioned it, she didn't realise, but I was watching YouTube every day, you know, all my favourite YouTubers every day, and I thought, yeah, you know, she really inspired me and to make a go of it. So she is one of the real inspirations for me starting my channel, and she helps me get the courage to start my channel. So I've also mentioned her in last month's monthly favourites, because I really love her channel, not just because she's a friend. You know, I've only just mentioned it in a favourite, whereas, you know, I've had my channel for 18 months and she's had her channel longer than that. The reason I mentioned it in last month's favourite is because she has come so far, and like I said in my favourites, her channel is just completely different now. You know, she's well rounded with the stuff she's doing. You can see how much effort she's put in. She's coming across so much herself on camera, as I said in my favourites. Her lighting's better, her background's better, she's got her makeup room covered, bless her, she's waited long enough for that. So yeah, well, I won't prattle on too much about Autumn, but I think if you haven't already, you should check her channel out. And I'll link her channel in the description bar, and I'll link her video as well. So we're both doing a brand focus on our top 5 products of an affordable makeup brand. So Autumn is doing Makeup Academy, I believe, and I can't wait to see her video, and I'm doing Makeup Revolution. Surprise, surprise! I love Makeup Revolution. If you like my channel and you watch it often, you'll not already know that. And I've said it before, but their powder products are better than their lip products. So I'm a huge fan of them. I've got loads of their stuff. So top 5 was really hard for me to pick, but I've managed it. So please bear in mind, this is just because I had to pick 5. There are so many things that I could have mentioned, and also I have cheated a little bit. You'll know it when you see it. Mind the top. I know it's absolutely massive, but I did that on purpose. I'm trying to be cool. I just love the style. I'm not sure if it's working or not, but yeah, it's massive. I know. So yeah, let's get straight into the products. So the cheat I'll get out of the way, so I can sort of receive my shame and move on for cheating. But I couldn't pick one, so I just wanted to mention the blush palettes. So they call them Ultra Blush Palettes. And yeah, I've got all 3 of them. As far as I know, they only do 3 powder ones, and I've got all 3 of them. They do a cream version, which I don't have. So these powder blush palettes are amazing. I use them all the time. The only one that I haven't used huge amounts, just because it's quite new, is the Golden Sugar, which, to be honest, I think is going to end up being my favourite, because these colours are so wearable. This one could even be an eyeshadow. It's so gold and beautiful. And I just really feel as though you could use them for both bronzers and blushes, blush toppers. For those who are scared to wear blush and you just put a bit of bronzer on, this is a great way to transition into blush, or to just have this on your cheeks rather than a blush. I just really love this palette. It's got a baked sort of merged one here. All of them are shimmery, none of them are matte really. This colour looks really unique. In fact, let me swatch that colour because I'm not sure I have. So they're soft and buttery and pigmented. Just lovely. The sheen on that, it's just absolutely stunning. And I'll just show you this gold colour. Oh, it's just lovely. The gold one feels a little bit baked, so I think that one is baked. Oh, it's definitely less soft than the other one. Just look at the shine on that. Imagine that on the eyelid. And then I'm just going to swatch this pink one for you. The lovely sort of icy. Where is it? It's disappeared. It's quite close to my skin tone. You could use that as a highlighter, but it's a lovely sort of cool icy pink. And I'll just swatch this highlight shade for you, which has got like a bit of gold, yellowy goldy going through it. So I'll just do that there. So yeah, really love that. The palette that I think is probably my most used was the one I really wasn't expecting it to be. I thought I was going to most use this one, which is the Sugar and Spice, which is the pinky version one, and I do use this one and this shade all the time because they're so wearable, and actually I do use this shade quite a lot. That highlighter's a bit pink for me as a highlighter. I would use that as a blush topper. Those shades are absolutely stunning. And the most used palette for me is Hot Spice. So I got the Sugar and Spice one first, and I didn't think I was going to really want this, and I'm annoyed that mine doesn't actually close properly for some reason. But this one out of the three is my most used, but as I say, it might just be because the brown sugar is new that's not the most used, because I think that's going to end up being the most used. All four of these shades are so wearable. That is quite orange, and that is quite coral. I think that's going to be beautiful in the summer, but these four you could just wear all the time, all year round. That highlight is absolutely stunning. I'll just swatch that for you because everyone likes a good highlight swatch. That's that one there. Try and get it to catch the light. So that's those three blush, ultra blush palettes. If you want a swatch video on all of the colours in these palettes and review with wear time, etc., just let me know in the comments and I'll do that. But that's got to be my first, and it's a cheat because it's 3 in 1, but that's my first of the 5. These are in no particular order, by the way. These are just top 5, but not in order of the top, if that makes sense. So yeah, I really love those palettes. They've got a good sturdy mirror as well, great for travel, other than this one which doesn't close properly. But yeah, the mirror's a really good quality mirror. So yeah, that one's a good one. Next I'm going to move on to the one lip product I've got. I felt obliged to put a lip product in because I didn't want to just put all powder products in, and that's why I put this in. To be honest, there are probably other palettes, ignore my phone, other eyeshadow palettes that I would prefer over this, but as I said, I just felt I should put one lip product in because this has been in a favourites video of mine before, and it is actually fantastic for the price. So yeah, it's not the best lipstick I've ever used. It's Dare in their £1 range, and it's a lovely true slightly blue toned red. I'll just give you a nice swatch of that. It's really pigmented. When it's on the lips, it's sort of got almost like a pink undertone to it as well when it's actually on the lips. It doesn't actually look matte. I'm wearing a matte lipstick today, and this one's actually got a sheen on it, but it's just the best one I've tried in the £1 range, because the ones that aren't matte I find are quite, they're not very pigmented. This is extremely pigmented and it's not patchy at all. Maybe it's because it's a matte formula or matte formula, because like I say, it's not actually matte. It's like a cream finish. When I put it on my lips, it doesn't bleed. I've worn it without a lip liner and it doesn't bleed, which I think is amazing for £1. I really love the colour. The cap doesn't come off, like the colours in the cap, so you can easily see in your collection which one it is, but that doesn't come off for you to use like you get in, for example, the Makeup Academy and Beauty UK lipsticks. I have been put off buying any other £1 lipsticks from the range, so I'm not advocating the entire range, so please bear that in mind because I have quite a few others that I don't like. But this one's like a diamond in the rough. It's like a little gem find, and it doesn't dry my lips out at all. It's so moisturising, even though it's marketed as a matte, but it's not matte. So I really like that. I hope I've explained it properly, or good enough, let's say. So yeah, that's that one. I've got a wipe. Let's get yourself sorted, love. Get yourself sorted. Wipe that up. So next I'm going to talk about a bronzer. So it is another powder bronzer, and it's the, I really give this a lot of thought, because I've got the Ultra Contour palette, I've got the bronzer palette, and I've also got another bronzer. But I've got to mention, although the packaging's broke, not been dropped, not been manhandled, just broke through the real process of being in a drawer, with the drawer being open and shut and this being open and shut, which is a bit crap. Nearly said a naughty word then. A bit crap, but I can just sellotape that. I'm not bothered. I think it was £3. It's domed, so you get loads of product, but I've used quite a bit of it on the top. It's 13 grams of product you're getting here, and this colour is just lovely. It would suit all skin tones. When you run your finger over it, it just feels dry. I actually heard about this, believe it or not, on Autumn's channel. She said it looked great with a tan. So it put me off getting it, because I thought, well, is she saying it's good for medium to darker skin tones? But that's not what she meant. And actually, I'm very fair, and it looks absolutely stunning on me. No matter how much of this I pack on, it just doesn't ever look too much. I mean, look at it. It's not orange at all. It's not, you just can't get muddy with it. It's lovely. I mean, for dark skin tones, you could probably use that as a highlighter. I really, really love that. But I think what she means is, whereas usually, correct me if I'm wrong, Autumn, I think she meant was, whereas some people just like a matte bronzer, when you've got a tan, even though you're putting shimmery bronze all over your face, it actually looks really, really nice. And I agree with her on that. So this is probably one of the very few exceptions that was the only exception I can think of that I would make to having a bronzer that's not matte, and that's a really lovely bronzer. I know that I've seen Rosie Pierce contour with it before. It looks fabulous on her. I'm not sure I would contour with that product, but I absolutely love it, and it looks great as contour on her, so you might be able to contour with it too. So the next two products I'm going to mention is something, again, that I've had in the favourites before, so I'm sorry if you watch all my videos and it's a bit repetitive, but I've tried to be honest. I have every single one of the High Hot Chocolate palettes except the original one that was the dupe of the original chocolate bar by Too Faced, and I just don't have that because I actually own the Too Faced one. But this is my favourite. So I haven't really played with the salted caramel one yet, because I'm saving it, because I'm going to be doing a collab shortly with Leah XL using that palette, so I haven't really played with it, because I think I'm going to make it like a first impressions as well. But this white chocolate one, I mean, I have a lot of palettes from Makeup Revolution. This white chocolate one's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. It doesn't look like I've used it much, and to be honest, I haven't, because when I've used it, I just love it so much. It's one of those ones which I just don't really touch because it's so beautiful to look at. Let's just swatch a couple that I haven't swatched before. Look at the pigmentation and the shine and sheen on that bad boy. Look, I think these were about £7.99, I want to say. Let's try this gold. I actually can't believe my eyes that is genuinely untouched. You can see, to look at it, that's untouched. And what planet I've been on not to wear that one. Look at that, gorgeous. And let's touch one more that look like I haven't touched. Yeah, I don't think I've touched. Yeah, I think that one's had a bit of a scratch in it, but it's not been swatched. I think I just caught it with my nail. Oh my god, I want it on my face right now. Look at that. Oh my god, I need that on my face right now. Yeah, amazing, absolutely stunning. Would be stunning all year round if you ask me, that one. Love it. So Naked Chocolate, I Heart Makeup Naked Chocolate. So I Heart Makeup is like a derivative of Makeup Revolution. It is sold on their website alongside their other products, but it has its own little section, so I thought it'd be okay to include that. And to be honest, most of my favourites from Makeup Revolution is from the I Heart Makeup, so it's hard to avoid that. The last product I'm going to mention, oh, can we just talk about the packaging? Look at the packaging. The mirror, again, is just as good quality. All the shadows are named, which I really appreciate. I think it's a lovely touch. But yeah, that's that palette. The last product I'm going to mention is just something very close to my heart. It's rubbed off. It was one of the, I think it might have been the first palette I ever bought from Makeup Revolution. and I've managed to find the slip with the names on, and it's beat up, bashed up mess. But that just proves how much it's used and loved. This palette means a lot to me because I wore it on my wedding day. That's how much I love this palette. I wish I could remember. I was so stressed and anxious. I couldn't tell you which I used. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I might have started with this pink colour and felt it was too much, and gone over it with this more muted of a pink colour on the lid, and just used those three in the crease, built up very lightly, just a tiny touch of the darkest one. I think that's what I did. But gosh, just look at the colours in that. I mean, all of them have had love. Look at that. There's so many eye looks you can get with it. These mattes are lovely. My only thing about this would be I wish it had less shimmers and more mattes, because so many of these colours are similar. They are different enough to enjoy them, but they're similar enough where you think, well, could you replace one of those with just another matte? Probably. And the black isn't the most pigmented black in the world. That's not a black I would reach for, but other than that, it has everything. It's just, you know, the colours are just so stunning. Let me swatch a few for you. So let's just swatch this green. I don't think I've worn that on my eyes yet. Naughty Kelly. So, oh, nearly went into the wrong colour then. Yeah, that's actually not as pigmented as the other palette, so that's lovely. And then this purple shade I use quite a lot. These were creamier when I first bought the palette, but you know, that's to be expected. And let's just swatch this gold one. This gold one here. Everyone loves a good gold swatch. I'm just going to pop that next to the other gold one. Yeah, that's just stunning. Slightly different in colour, so highly recommend this palette. It says it's good for 12 months. I personally don't feel as though powder products expire. They do dry up, but this would last, in my opinion, a lot longer than that. I think you'd get a good 3 years out of that. And if you do want to replace it once a year, as far as I understand it, it is, I think it might be £8.99, something like that, £6.99, £7.99, £8.99, but you get 32 shadows. If someone said to me you could only have one palette again, just one palette, I would probably choose that one, because I wouldn't want to let it go because it's very close to my heart. So that's my top 5. I'll try and find the products on the Makeup Revolution website and link them in the description bar for you, and I'll also link the Makeup Revolution website for you in the description bar. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. Do hop over to Autumn's channel and show her some love. I watched the beginning back before I recorded this last bit, and I realised that it made it sound like I was saying she was my only friend. I meant she was my only friend in real life that's also my friend on YouTube. I obviously have more than one friend in real life. But anyway, thank you for doing this collab with me, Autumn. I love you to bits. And thank you to everyone subscribed, and if you've got this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favourite items of Makeup Revolution are, because if it's something I haven't tried, I would totally be up for going for it. And I'll see you soon, guys. Bye!